Yeah, I
Yeah,
guess he's
right.
gonna review tape.
He's gonna run back tape. And he's gonna look at your guys' performance and just see,
And judge us, give us grades.
yeah, just see where you could improve and how to really pick you apart. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so last session was pretty much all about like figuring out what it's going to take to get the bar fixed up and up and running. So early the second morning of the session, I got out of bed and I strolled down into the main floor of the bar, and I see our friend Bodhin, who's just rejoined us, thank the heavens, is joined by a guy named Tally, who was a woodworker from across the street at the Bent Nail, and he was sort of giving us the rundown on what it's going to take to get the place fixed up. He was telling us about the guild leader of the Carpenters Guild or Woodworking Guild or something like that, and they were trying to charge us like 350 gold to get this place going. We said fuck that. We are going to cut Bodhin in on the proceeds of the bar, and he's going to do the majority of the woodworking, fixing up the foundation and that kind of stuff for us. And I think we're going to hire that Tally guy to fix up the furniture or something like that. Well, along the way, then we met this guy named Vincent Trench. He's a PI. He started giving us some work. We're just looking to make some money. So he gave us a couple jobs. One, we squashed these big bugs. You should have seen me. I was like, pew, pew. I was like, I did a backflip in there, and then the little guy was hiding behind me, and I was awesome. I totally nailed him. And yeah, we were victorious against the bugs. We just left him with that old lady. It wasn't really our business what happened to the bodies after that. So it seems like we're kind of like on the trail now to go figure out what we got to do with these guilds and guild leaders. The other job from Vincent Trench, the PI, was to go talk to one of the guild leaders to convince him to do some work or let somebody do some work. And I'm pretty sure we were going to like, you know, threaten him too to let us do our work. And I also have in my notes that Cock owes me 10 gold. Or I'm sorry, not Cock, Body Knock owes me 10 gold. So, yeah, there's that.
Can't be Body Knock. Body Knock doesn't even have 10 gold.
Wait, who's the guy with the gold? Cock has the gold.
Cock
has the gold. Yeah, Cock owes me 10 gold.
Don't look at me. I don't have any.
I already gave you 10 gold. I don't know what you're talking about.
The last 10 gold.
Keeping a ledger?
Yes, I am. I am up 10 gold. The bank owes me 10 gold.
I only accept ledger entries from the blockchain.
I can do that.
Yeah, so just as housekeeping, go ahead and like slap those in your character sheet so you don't forget them. You know where that is, right? Like the gold.
Yeah, I don't have any gold though.
So go to your inventory, right? And right by where it says weight carried, you should have a gold.
Yeah, I have 16 gold right now.
Right. Okay, so you know whenever you guys get gold and figure it out, that's where you keep the notes. Just so we don't get like confused. All right, yeah, I only had one more thing. That you went back to the bar after killing the Ankhegs in the garden and spoke with Hammond Kraddoc. Mm-hmm. You did not make a deal with Hammond. And
fuck Hammond.
Say what?
Fuck Hammond.
Yeah. So you're gonna have to find somewhere to serve to get your supply to you. And Ryu has gone upstairs to bed at 10 o'clock in the morning. For a long rest, at least 8 hours. He's going to stay in bed because he was beat up pretty bad after the Ankhegs in the garden. And so we rejoin our heroes in the unfinished Troll School Manor at about 10 a.m. in the morning on 19 Ches, and the kids are running around like normal. In the bottom, you see dishes kind of moving around and plates breaking and stuff from an unseen specter.
What?
Okay.
Well, I don't know about you boys, but I'm still kind of beat up from that fight too. I'm down to 10 health. I think I might go lie down for a nap also.
Oh, I feel great. Not a scratch on me.
Are you serious? What were you doing?
I was fighting just like you guys. I defeated some of the monsters. What do you mean? What was I doing? I was right behind you.
Yeah, clearly.
Fighting is debatable when it came to your performance.
Look, I threw daggers. I did damage just the same as everybody else, and I'm pretty sure I delivered the killing blow on something.
Only because I softened him up, though.
Well, that may be.
I mean, did you see me? I was awesome. Okay,
I think we all played our parts, and no one more so than Ryu, who's taken much deserved rest.
That's true. That's true.
He deserves some peaceful rest, that's for sure.
But my feathers are rustled as well, so I could use a rest.
Yeah, I think I might go up to bed for a couple hours.
If you guys are going to rest,
just as a point of order, for a short rest, you don't actually have to be in bed. You can be doing like light activity, but you can't be doing like anything strenuous.
Oh, okay.
Let me see here. You know
So you
what?
could, for
I can get by
example,
with the...
sit at the bar and drink a beer served by our good friend Leaf.
Yeah.
And you could use some
that's
of your hit dice for your or your short rest.
That's a light rest. Yeah, exactly.
You know what? I think I can get by with a short rest. I think I'll do that.
Nothing
Okay.
a nice pint of beer can't heal.
Yeah, okay. That's agreeable. Let's have some ale. Leaf, beer me.
hear me.
Yeah.
Leaf.
Do you
Yeah,
drink, Monk?
Yeah, so you guys all
Occasionally, yes.
you guys all see some full mugs just appear on the edge of the bar here and slide towards you wherever you're sitting.
We don't have to pay
uh,
any money for our supply of alcohol. We're gonna make a fortune.
Well,
Let's go.
and here's a good point though. We still don't know where this supply is coming from.
This
Like
seems
Leaf
to be
is
an
giving it to us,
agreeable.
but where does he get it?
We live in a society, okay?
Uh-huh.
I mean, you can't trace the roots of everything that's being provided for you in a society, right?
That sounds like somebody who's had everything handed to them.
Are you commenting on my very fluffy purple hat?
No, I'm commenting on your smug attitude and not understanding how things work.
Plus, what if this happens to be coming from a source that one day comes to us for some reimbursement, and let's say we go months down the line where we just keep drinking this beer, and then all of a sudden the bill isn't, oh, you've had one glass of beer, it's you've had 13 barrels of beer and you owe me 1,000 gold that we don't have. I'm just
that's
saying,
called a shakedown.
as business owners, it might be nice to know where our supply is coming from.
Do we have any information about this spirit? He seems agreeable at times and not so agreeable at other times.
We don't have much to go off of. Honestly, that's a good point. Maybe consulting some public records at some point might be nice. He is perfectly agreeable and you can talk to him. Well, talk is not really the right word. He can fog up the mirror and we get short, like 1 to 3 word answers.
In my homeland, spirits tend to have a purpose for being around and often require our clerics to either communicate with them or help them move on. But
Well, we know what he wants.
what does he want?
He wants us to fix up the bar.
Yeah,
Does he?
I think we've established that he does have some interest in the keeping of the bar. He seems benevolent. That's, there's no issues there.
Well, my mother used to tell me, never argue with a benevolent ghost.
It's a weird thing to say.
It is an interesting thing for your mother to say.
She went crazy pretty young.
I can imagine. Huh.
But hey, I'm all for, if you guys think it's pertinent to the success of this business, I'm on board with tracking down the source of paranormal activity, if that's the route you guys want to go.
We could. My mentor often said, "How people die remains in the memory of those who live on." That seems pertinent today.
Sounds like something a monk would say.
Mm-hmm.
I think that if we ask the people that are still living today, we might find out about this leaf.
We know he knew, I think we knew some of his past accomplices, right?
Did we?
Who said that they knew him?
So if we're looking to go out, I might ask for some assistance. See, I've actually heard of some goings on that you may be interested in. You sell cloth. You have like cloth and things.
Yeah, I do wholesale supply materials to mostly clothing stores, clothing manufacturers. Yep.
Interesting. Yeah, I think that you would be interested in this. So, as you know, I go out every morning, and I often train with the monks and the clerics over at the Order of the Even-Handed, and their house, the House of Two Hands, it's called, overlooks the bay over in the dock ward, and it's sort of on the end of the docks, kind of on the streets. They call it Smuggler's Bay. There's if you're looking for things that may be under the table, so to speak, probably happens in that area. It's less traveled by the watch patrols and such. We've noticed an increase in activity there. Not really sure what it's about, but as I was out and about and looking for these different artisans to help us here, I was picking up things as I went through the market. It seems that there's some inventory that's been going missing from different merchants, and merchants are having trouble selling things at the prices they used to. It seems that somebody's undercutting them, and most of them seem to be textile merchants. So if you have been trying to make any sales lately, you may have noticed it was a bit more difficult, but I think you've been adventuring, so you may not have noticed. It might be something we should look into. I think that would be something that would hurt your livelihood, but also this is a task given to me by the order. As I've been training with the monks and the clerics, they've been teaching me some of their spells. Their god is Tyr. He's sort of a god of justice. So in order to earn my holy symbol and sort of solidify myself as the cleric and monk, I have to perform some sort of task or offering of justice to Tyr. I'm hoping that we could look into this. I think we have a mutual interest in this, and we could bring someone to justice that has been causing problems here in town.
Holy shit. That was a lot of words.
I kind of light up when you mention that, and that does sound very interesting. I haven't heard anything coming from my father or the group I came into the city with talking about any sort of supply line issues with the material we have coming in. So
when's the last time you talked to them?
It's been a couple days, maybe. Since we went on that mission to find that one flamboyant guy, I haven't really spoken with anybody I haven't really
This is
checked in with.
pretty fresh information over the last couple of days. I've picked that up. If you've ever been to the market and you're pretty observant and you pay attention, there's a lot of underhanded types that kind of float around in the shadows. That's pretty common. And actually, I look at the gnome. I say, actually, boss, you probably are familiar with the underhanded types. If you've been here a while, have you been in town a while?
Not a while, no, but there's some commonality there. There's, a general familiarity between people that have taken up the sort of profession that I have taken up.
I feel like that might be helpful.
The market is definitely of interest to me, and I wink at you. Usually a good place for someone like me to do business.
It's a good place for most people to do business, I say, and I'm just like completely oblivious to what you're laying down. I say, but I think that you might fit in and might be able to help us communicate on that level. I do think that if we just walk into the market and start asking some questions, that will catch the attention of people that we may not want to catch the attention of. So we may need to approach with caution. Last time I was in the market, I was clearly being followed. I try to stay out of there and sort of skirt around the outside of it. But I have heard whisperings.
There are going to be general thieves guilds around here that I haven't been around long enough and I'm not well enough established to be a part of. But I certainly think that I could probably talk my way into certain places that you guys might not be able to reach. And I am also not against serving both sides, I guess is a way I could put it. I'm not one of those people that's like, no, it's all of us thieves must stick together. I'm pretty much out for number one, and I mean, you'll have to forgive me a little bit there. We are all business partners now, so I am interested in our business and our general well-being. But outside of that, I'm just looking out for myself. So if there's something to be gained, I'm there to gain it.
Well, I imagine there's something to be gained. That's sort of why the activity is happening.
I mean, even from like, if it's, if you guys need me to go and talk to some thieves and get some information for you so that you can achieve your goals and we can better our, our own situation, then I'm all for it.
I think that we can do that. And I look over at Ursus. And I say, as far as moving around the city relatively unnoticed, we've become pretty good at that. We're familiar with some parts of the city, so we try not to stick to the open market too often.
Yeah, very sneaky.
Mostly the muddy parts for you guys.
Say again?
I think you guys pretty familiar with the muddy parts of the city, right?
The muddy parts, do you say?
Keeps the flies away.
Wasn't Ursus born in a mud pit or something? Or did
You'll have to forgive him. He has some sort of, you mentioned it earlier, how he, has lived his whole life with a silver spoon in his mouth. He likes to look down upon others.
Yeah, I'm familiar with those types. We call them nobles.
I call them assholes.
Ursus has taught me a few things since I've been in the city.
Damn right. Well, I kind of just put my arm on him.
Oh, you guys are well acquainted, huh?
We've been hanging out for a while.
Yeah, when I showed
He
up,
needed some help. I figured I'd show him around. He was like hungry and shit.
Yeah, he's been helping me out. He showed me the ropes. When I got to town, I would say I was not well received, and I was not quite sure what I should be doing.
Don't worry, buddy. I gotcha.
Appreciate it, man.
Well, this supply issue in the market sounds interesting.
How should we go about it?
If you trust the sources that you're getting this information from, do you know like a place to start?
Well, I've seen the activity in the bay.
What have you been seeing specifically?
It's just like increased ships coming in and out of an area that's not frequented that often. The activity is increasing. I don't know exactly what the activity is, but in that area, it's not uncommon to find, like I said, under the table deals, and that increasing usually means that something's up. And then in the marketplace, people who deal with textiles, clothes, and cloth, fur, whatever, you probably more familiar with it than me. They've been complaining of issues with being able to move their wares, right? Someone is undercutting them, and they're not really sure where it's coming from. So there's interestingly, they're not able to get rid of their supply in a way that earns them money. However, their supply also seems to be disappearing, as if someone was taking it from them. So it seems that someone may be stealing it and then selling it on the market somewhere else. The black market, not so openly.
I don't like the sound
So
of that at all.
if we could go and you may be familiar with some of these merchants, either competitors or customers, I'm not sure. You may be able to talk with them to get some information on the up and up, on the underhanded side of things. Our little friend here may be able to help us out.
Yeah, I think so. I have an idea here, and you weren't with us at the time, but when we were looking for Rainier, Everwinter, and Floon, we had some dealings with a brother of mine who dealt in some nice wares, and we also came across a gang war. I don't know how much you've dealt with this in the time that you've been in the city, between the flying snakes and I don't remember what the other gang is called, something with eyes, but basically I sort of posed to that shop owner that I was a friend of the Eyes gang, as I could tell he was, and he kind of referred me to a business that might have dealings with them. So I think if I could go there and sort of put myself into that situation, then I might be able to get some information from that gang. Maybe they know what's going on.
It's possible, yeah. So the House of Two Hands, right, where I train, is in the dock ward. So I'm familiar with the turf wars that go on there.
Okay.
Though I'm not intimately familiar with those warring.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, that's if there's something going on, I got to imagine those being what appear to me to be the two main sort of parties as far as the underground of the city goes. I would imagine at least one of them has to have their hand in it.
Well, we're in the dock ward right now, right? I'm not super familiar with this city, but I think now this market you're talking about, is it in the dock ward?
I don't believe so. And I think to myself, is it in the dock ward?
The market that you're talking about is in between the Castle Seat and North Ward.
Okay.
And Trollskull Alley is not in the dock ward. Trollskull Alley is in the North Ward.
So we're near the market, relatively near the
We're
market.
in the North Ward? Holy shit. Maybe I paid that driver too much money.
pay that driver.
You did pay him a lot of money.
You paid him so much that he is just constantly on the lookout to find you. He just drives around looking for you. He doesn't even know where you are, but he'll find you.
That's what I like to see. Money talks.
It was a good investment, I think.
There's one thing I know. It's money tends to inspire loyalty.
Yeah, so there's the market. I have a sort of a lean-to in one of the alleys of the field ward. That's just kind of where I sleep sometimes. As long as nobody's knocked it down.
I think it's fine.
Yeah, people don't really go messing around with stuff.
Well, they know it's our stuff up there.
Yeah.
Do you want me to go like pretend like I'm homeless? Because I'm not homeless anymore, so I have to pretend. But I could go like pretend like I'm homeless by the market and just like see what I can find out, or talk to the other vagabonds.
I think that's a good idea if we kind of attempt to blend in, right? You played the.
Well, I mean, it's gonna be pretty hard for me now because I'm a man of means. But I still have my pants. I'm still pretty dirty. I haven't showered really, but
Yeah, I think you could pull it off. It has been only a couple of days since you've come into this money.
And how far we've come in just a couple days.
2 days and Ursus is a new man.
It's hard to believe.
I can't relate with these field ward peasants anymore.
Those are my friends. Careful.
I think you could run in with some of our old friends. Well, your friends. I just kind of know them through you. To see what information they may have.
Now, if you guys are going and talking to maybe some less desirable types that usually have to do whatever they can to survive, is it a good idea to kind of free yourself of anything that might be valuable that might get stolen?
I'm pretty sure I could take care of myself. I mean, we got some new moves.
Do we have somewhere to store things? And then I just kind of like think as I'm kind of looking through my stuff to see if I have anything valuable. I see that I've got a bunch of these darts, and I've got this long sword that we got from that pocket dimension that we came out of.
Oh, nice.
Can we reopen that place?
Oh, good question. There was a lot of silvers in there.
Have you tried saying the command word again?
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Was that the escape word?
That was the one to get out. I'm not sure it was
yeah.
the same one to get in.
And if I remember, didn't somebody die on the way out? Was there a dead guy in here when we got out? We heard him scream, right?
There was a dead guy. So if you'll remember, it was the guy that we bumped into when we first got there.
The
Yeah, is he dead? Is he dead?
And he
here
was
in the
like,
bar?
I got to get out of here, and I'll try and keep the portal open as long as I can. And as soon as we got back, he was dead.
Did we find him in the bar when we got here?
We did, and then suddenly his body was gone.
Oh.
That's
Do you know
crazy.
what happened?
Next morning it was gone. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Like mysteriously gone?
Mysteriously, yeah, we never investigated that.
Oh, shit.
And
That
the trail
seems-
has gone cold.
Wow. Okay.
Do we remember that guy's name? That
We-
wizard?
I say,
I'm sure I do
Leaf.
if you'll give me a minute to sit here.
Leaf, great spirit of our bar here. Do you know what happened to that guy who died?
Leaf was most likely a witness.
Matrius was his name.
Patriots was his name. That's right.
Nice.
What the shit?
Leaf, when you ask that question, Leaf knocks twice. Or you hear 2 knocks coming from the bar.
2 knocks is yes.
You hear 2 knocks.
You know that it's yes? Is there?
Well, he knocked again to say yes.
I knocked twice on the bar.
Well, he can.
What if it was no, and then
he
you said 2
reaffirmed
knocks is
the
yes, and he's like,
answer.
no.
If he said no and you said, "Is it yes?" He said no again. He at least confirmed his answer.
Okay, so what question? This is like the two paths with the guards, the one that always tells the truth and the one
The
that
knights
always
in the
lies.
Yes, the knights
What
in
do
the
you?
maze.
What do we
That's
ask
my
him again?
mentor.
Is he lying?
We need to establish a test question. Knock once if 2 knocks is yes, and knock twice if 2 knocks is no.
Oh no! Oh no! This is not a good test.
You see a glass fly across the room.
He's pissed. That pissed him off.
He's never good at math.
Don't talk
Okay,
shit.
here's the test question. Leaf, would you like us to restore this bar? Yes or no?
Good job. Control question.
It's a terrible
You hear
control.
one knock come from the bar.
What?
Oh.
That means yes. Okay. Okay.
No, one knock means no.
So he doesn't want us to restore the bar?
Of course not. He's not a social ghost.
What? He does.
That was like my whole thing.
I was meaning to call you out on
I have a
that.
better question. Leaf, did that glass that you threw break?
One knock you hear on the bar.
One is for yes,
Okay.
2 is for no.
Okay,
So
there
he
we
does
go. Now
not-
we're getting somewhere.
He does not know anything about the
The
person who
murder,
died.
the mysterious death.
Hmm.
Okay, so I'm confused.
All right, so we're getting squirreled here. I really would like to get my holy symbol. We were talking about going to the market, maybe relieving ourselves of valuables. Can we store them in this pocket dimension? Do we have anywhere in our spot that we can?
Well,
that we
I
can
was thinking
store
more
things?
of if you had like any gold on hand, I could just hold it for you.
Of course you were. That's what you were thinking.
Oh, you just wanted to hold my valuables. Okay. Well, are you planning to do some business? Maybe you could sell things while we're there. I could give you things to
we have
sell.
anything
Speaking
meaningful to
of
sell?
selling, we do have several pounds of silver that we've yet
Yeah, I
to
have
market.
30 pounds.
I think
I
Ryu
have
was
20
carrying.
pounds of silver that's just been on
Ryu
my
was
that's
carrying
true.
like 60 pounds of silver.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why
That's why
you
he's so
went had to go to bed.
Right? That
If
is
we're gonna
tough.
sell, I would like to try to be involved in that. And the only reason I say that is that in my professional trainings, I came across a spell of sorts that if all the conditions are correct, I may be able to convince the other party that the item is worth more than it is actually worth. Or vice versa. If we were trying to buy something, I may possibly be able to convince them that their item is worth less than they think it is.
That doesn't sound like something you should be doing.
Yes, it does.
That sounds like he just read a couple really good books on negotiation.
You'll have to forgive me, but my morals may not meet up with yours.
So as you say that, Ryu comes out of his room, down the stairs and into the bar, and he slaps down silver on the bar, and he gives you all like a mean stare, like he gives you the evil eye, and then he walks out and straight back upstairs without saying a word.
Typical.
That was very in
That-
character.
That guy is an asshole.
He has. I'm sure he has a very stressful job. He works for the City Watch, but most of those guys are assholes. You're right.
Not to mention he died and then came back
It's true.
Fair.
and hated.
Hey, so did I. I
Vincent-
died twice.
Yeah, but I think he might be
Well, he
racist.
died. Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah,
so
he's in
hold
a new
on.
body. He's probably feeling some jet lag or something for being in a new body. Doesn't quite work the same.
I think he didn't like elves.
He was an elf.
What the heck?
He was.
Yeah, but
he-
like, you know
was
those
an elf.
elves, how they don't like each other.
is that-
How
Mhm.
I don't think that's how it works.
Well, he's a half elf now, and there's probably a little bit of animosity between the half elves and the,
yeah, the Corvians. I
pure
can,
blood
understand
elves.
That.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
What do I know? I don't know anything.
I don't know anything.
You certainly didn't know those birds we came across.
Yeah, I don't know all birds because I'm a bird. True.
Well.
Hey, sorry. How do I take a short rest on D&D Beyond? I push the short rest button, and it doesn't roll anything for me when I push it.
So you have to hit your the hit die that you want rolled.
Yeah,
So
I did. I selected one.
You did, and then you rolled the hit die underneath them, or you just hit take a short rest.
I hit take a short rest and then confirm.
There's a button that pops up under the hit die when you click them to roll it.
Yeah. It'll say like 1d8, 2d8, or whatever.
1d8
and you
plus
click on it, and it'll
Mine
actually
says
roll it.
1d10 plus 1, but it's not actually doing anything. So
And you
Right,
click
so
on it. Click on that.
so you gotta click on
1d10
it.
plus 1.
Negative.
I'll
just roll. I didn't see a roll from you either. Oh yeah, I did. Sorry.
You could just roll them in Foundry or
that's what I'm
D&D
gonna
Beyond
do.
if you want. I mean, we'll see it.
Yeah, it's not updating my points.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind either way. So if you've already rolled it, then it won't let you roll it again. Maybe that's the issue.
Oh no, I only gained 3.
So
Oh, shit.
when I kind of look around at everyone, do I see anyone that looks like they might need some refreshment?
I mean, yeah, I'm not feeling so hot.
Yeah, Ursus, you can see, is feeling a little under the weather, and I think Cock is too.
Yeah.
What do you mean by refreshment? Are you gonna refresh Cock?
Yeah, I have some healing that I've learned from the clerics of the
Save him. I just rested. I feel great.
Order of the Even-Handed.
Yeah, the even-handed.
I've been practicing the ways. I've been questioning the clerics on their healing and their how do I say this, opposite of healing magics. I met a man in the library. I'm not really that great at reading, but I've learned that if you study the people that frequent the library, you can learn many things. There was a man there that studied both light and dark magics, religions mostly. He was seeking to sort of combine those two forces to create something greater. So I've been kind of taking that lesson to the clerics to see what they can teach me, and if I can't apply that to my own strengths.
Wait, so you learned how to heal from watching a guy read a book at the library?
You also must not be very good at reading books. No, I learned of a concept of utilizing both light and dark magic to that dichotomy and those opposing forces to become stronger than either of them individually. I then went back to the clerics and questioned them about the magics that they know, and they've taught me some of their magics.
That sounds great.
It is great, though I wouldn't say my healing is particularly great. So
Wait, did you heal me?
I can do some minor healing, but it may not be very good. I don't know how injured you all are. You don't look super great. My healing is not that great.
I feel great now. Please save your healing.
I'm feeling
Sure.
about 70% right now.
Okay.
I'm
So
100p.
Oh yeah.
so I how does this one work? It's just a verbal component, sure. And I start muttering some words sort of to myself, and I kind of like look up, and then I motion my hands towards Ursus, and I heal him for 5.
Nice.
Healing word.
Yeah, healing word.
How often can you do that before you get tired or something?
I can do that about twice.
Thank you, bro.
Good to
I
know.
feel good.
So I have one more time that I could do something like that before we would need to rest.
So okay, so we have these new skinny deets on what's going on in the marketplace, which I am very interested to check out. On top of that, we also have that pending job from the PI, getting a little deeper into interacting with guild leaders. You pointed us in the direction of the Master of Cellar and Plumbers Guild. Is that I'm saying that?
Yeah, you got it.
Hell yeah! What's his name? Hasgard, I believe.
Harsard, yeah.
Harsard.
Maliorigo.
Maliorigo, yeah. I don't know where that guild is. We might be able to get information from Vincent on the location if we hadn't already. I forget. I kind of tune out when I talk to people sometimes.
I think, well, I would suggest that we track down these individuals or group that's causing issues with the textile industry. I don't know how long they'll be around, but I think that we should try to bring them to justice, both
I
for
think
your
we should
business.
sell this silver.
And we can do that when we're talking to the merchants to get
Yeah,
information.
let's go. Let's do it.
I will carry the 60 pounds of silver.
Big, strong monk.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
there's
so
like you guys have
between
physical
all of them,
training.
You have 15 10-pound silver trade bars.
15, 10 pounds, so 150 pounds of silver.
Wait, do you have all my silver? I have 30 pounds.
You have
Yeah,
30.
that's right.
He's
You're
got
carrying
20, so I can
have
carry
20.
I can carry 100 pounds of silver, and that's about as much as I can carry.
I'm surprised I can still fly.
I can carry 190 pounds. I'm currently carrying 83.96 pounds, so 100 pounds of silver will put me pretty close to my maximum. I am slightly above average strong.
All right. I'm below average.
I am also below average strong. Okay, let's go. Let's go sell this silver. I'm trying to get paid. Let's go.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
All right, we gotta catch a cab or what? Where's your cabbie?
Well, we just walk outside for a bit and see if he shows up.
Yeah, almost the second that you walk outside, a hire coach rolls up, and you see Petey, the cab driver from Queens, roll up next to you. He says, "Hey boys, you gotta go somewhere?"
My man, yes we do, always. Where are we
Market.
headed?
The market.
You going to the market?
That's
Yeah.
the plan.
The one market
All
in
right.
town.
I'll take you to the market. And he whips his horse, and you guys start going to the market. It's not a long ride, maybe just about 10 minutes. You just take the high road all the way there, and you find yourself at the market. City market. Petey drops you off, and he says, y'all be careful with your belongings around here. The market's got some unsavory people.
I've seen them. Thank you, sir.
I like to consider myself unsavory as well.
It's a weird thing for an unsavory person to say.
I would agree. Yeah.
And as we get like out immediately my head is on a swivel because I know those people are always in the shadows from last time I was there. And if you are doing any, and I'm warning everyone else, if you're doing anything that makes you look like an easy mark, they will start to close in on you very quickly. So keep your wits about you. Move towards the things that you want to do with purpose. Don't look like a tourist.
I smile at Body Knock when Bodhin says that. True. Don't look like easy targets.
If you guys would like, I can dirty us all up a little bit so we don't look like we have anything.
I'm plenty dirty.
Don't throw any dirt on me.
Fair enough.
You know, I'd feel a lot more comfortable if I had like a city watch kind of standing in front of me.
Yeah, I was hoping that we would have a city watchman with us. It would have been nice to bring people to justice. It's going to be a little bit more difficult to arrest somebody without him.
Get off it.
I might be able to help in that regard when the time comes.
Yeah, I'll arrest some people too.
Okay, great.
Yeah, we got this. I got rope.
I have rope. Yes, perfect. We have rope. Good job.
Yeah,
And I kind of
we will bring them to justice.
All right, well, we have 120 or so pounds of silver. That's probably pretty easy to steal. We should probably try to offload as soon as possible.
I'd be surprised if someone can steal 150 pounds of silver easily.
Yeah, but they can steal the gold we get for it.
That's true.
It's true. I had hoped a little bit to maybe use it to buy some useful things or possibly trade for some useful things for us and or our business.
Well, you locals who've been in the city for a while, what's a good place to go to do some bartering or some trading for some good equipment? I know having money is a new concept to you, but just assume.
To be honest,
I don't do a lot of buying of things. And I
imagine
mostly
there's somebody around here who's willing to take our stuff.
The only place I know of is Joblob. You guys know Joblob?
I've heard of this. Joblob. I've never met him though.
John Bloblob's got a very reputable blog.
Oh, he's a great guy. He's a great guy. You'll love him.
I plan to go into business with that. Joblob. The future.
So,
If he
just so you guys, just so I can describe this, in the northern, or I guess this is the eastern area. In the eastern area up here is a lot of stalls. It's an open air bazaar. There are a lot of people walking around. This seems to be a performance stage of some kind, and this
I
seems.
see a black screen.
Yeah, we have black screen.
Oh,
It's nighttime.
It is. Yeah.
At 10
Oh,
a.m.
it's beautiful.
Nice.
yeah. So this is where you stepped off. You guys stepped off right about here, and so you can see obviously the fighting, describing the performance stage and the open air bazaar up there on the eastern edge of the market.
What was this?
That's where there's a lot of characters.
Just cockfighting.
So Bodhin, you notice immediately some shifty characters going through here. This area, kind of weaving through the crowd, and maybe picking some pockets. And up here, you can't really see that far, but you see that that's where the main throng of people is. That's like buying and selling.
So I kind of crouch down real low, and I tap Boddie Knock on the shoulder, and I like try to point out the people to him, the shifty people that are moving through the crowd, and I say, those guys.
Yeah, we should probably like avoid large crowds.
So those are the types of people you want me to go talk to?
I think you may be able to fit in with those types, just based on how you described yourself to me and seeing what they're doing. That sounds like
Yeah,
you may
and
have something in common.
that's a fine place for me to go because all I have on me is 5 silver pieces. I don't have anything else of value.
Well, I want to go sell the silver, but I don't want to go myself.
Yeah, I'm with you, brother.
Yeah, I'll go with you.
All right, let's
Strut
go.
around. Strutting around.
You
All
better,
right, so
Feel
you guys
confident.
take the route up here, like behind the stage, and Body Knock goes through, starts kind of pressing through the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
I have my monocle on the whole time. I'm looking in everyone's pockets.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you're seeing a bunch of bags of coins and such like that. Are you doing any thieving yourself, or are you kind of?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If there's a juicy enough, yeah, definitely. Yeah. If I see a low hanging bag with some gold in it, I
Easily
might be
distracted.
I might be willing to reach my hand in there. Sure.
Yeah. All right. So you're walking.
I gotta
through the
fit
crowd.
in.
Are you actually trying to follow these people that Bodhin was pointing out to you?
Oh yeah. So I guess the way that I would put it is I am 70% keeping my eye on the people Bodhin wants me to look at, and then 30% also trying to pick some pockets.
All right. Yeah. So go ahead and give me a percentile roll.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So that's pretty solidly in the 30% on top of 70, right? All right. So you notice that these pickpockets they're all smaller, kind of like you. They're all younger. They're actually children that are picking pockets, and they all seem to be going to one place after they pick these pockets. Are you going to follow them?
Yeah.
All right. So the children are all kind of going to what looks to be an off-brand kind of clothier. A man has set up shop. He's got a bunch of sunglasses just laying out. He's got a bunch of clothes just laying out. He has some strange sundials on bands that you can wear around your wrist, just laying out on like sheets in front of him. And he's taking this money from the kids, and whenever they run over to him and they slip him some cash, and he gives them a piece of clothing, and then he basically shoos them away.
Okay. So I'm not gonna go up to him just yet.
Okay.
But I'm gonna definitely take note of that. Maybe make a quick pass through the crowd again. I'm gonna go try and find the group and maybe let them know what
Okay.
I saw.
So roll me a percentile first.
Okay.
8. Okay. Yeah. So you notice a bag that looks particularly heavy in the crowd.
Okay.
In someone's pocket.
So the bag is in their pocket.
Right.
Interesting.
Interesting.
So I'm going to cast Minor Illusion.
Okay.
Is there like a stage that's kind of up here that the crowd's all at, like this tented thing?
Mhm.
Okay. And so I'm gonna cast sort of on the stage, let's say like just an old woman is just gonna appear on there, and then she's just gonna scream really loud. It's definitely it's something loud enough that it's gonna get everyone's attention.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
And then I'm reaching for
So-
the bag.
And then you're going to reach in for the bag. Okay, make your stealth check with advantage.
Okay.
Double advantage if I could give it to you.
Elven accuracy, but on your stealth.
Damn.
Okay, 20 on the
Oh.
first one.
Critical.
That'll work.
Critical
Yeah.
stealth.
Okay, yeah. So you cast this spell. Lady just appears on stage, starts screaming. Everybody thinks it's part of the act. They think that it's hilarious. They're just like, oh yeah, this makes sense here. This is exactly what I was thinking was going to happen. And you slip your hand into this woman's pocket, and you pull out the bag. Inside it, you find, before you pocket it, you find 60 gold pieces and a turquoise.
Damn! Hell
A
yeah.
turquoise gem.
Hell yeah.
And so we're going to switch over to the other guys now, because they just arrived at a stall. And the first thing that you guys notice is that there's a man that is selling nice clothing, like really nice clothing, and it looks like he's got a really nice shop. He looks around and he immediately notices Cock. And he says, "Oh, I see the wonderful taste you have. You may peruse my wares. Where did you get this incroyable overcoat that you have?"
Ooh. Good taste, yes. Good eye, fair merchant.
Yes. Why you travel with these peasants? I see.
We're not peasants. I'm a landowner.
Yes, of course. Of course, yes.
Oh my god. I
You
can't
know-
even stick out if I try to.
Well, as a merchant, you know that you can't do everything yourself. You need employees, staff, slaves,
Who do you call an employee?
Yeah.
business partners,
Okay.
accomplices, but mostly slaves. Either way.
Oui,
Ah.
yes, business partners. I see. Yes.
And I kind of see what Cock is doing, and I just walk up to him. I walk up to Cock and I touch his shoulder, and I just whisper to him. I say, "You can do this," and I cast guidance. I cast guidance on
Perfect.
I go up and I put my hand on his shoulder and I whisper, "I'll kill you."
him. And then I look at Ursus, and I kind of give him like a good one.
You let these slaves touch you?
Well,
And I say,
I do have
"Excuse me, I'm a holy man. I'm not actually a slave. A man."
yes. Well, I have slaves. These in my immediate vicinity are not my slaves. They're more employees or business accomplices.
Oh, yes. Yes. What can I help you with? I have many fine cloths here. I have this Melgard maybe that you like. I have a Rebele here. These are fine pieces.
These are fine pieces, and I see you've noticed the clothes on that I'm wearing as well. I'm wearing a nice cacophony of material myself. Some hand woven from the Choltan Peninsula, some coming from southern wards in this very city. All the finest material. But
Yes.
what I'm more interested in, maybe any newer products that you've had coming in.
Newer products? What do you mean?
You know, I've heard. I delve into the market of material trading myself in this city, and I've heard there's been some new shipments of product coming into the city. I've heard that whoever gets their hands on it first is going to be the main benefactors of this new supply.
Roll a persuasion with disadvantage, plus your D4 from guidance.
Well, my computer is froze. It's okay.
It's double disadvantage.
Well, we can still hear
Roll
you.
it physically.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We hear you.
Yeah, I'm going to roll it physically.
And then I
Oh.
kind of hit my bag a little bit, and it clanks real loud because it's got 100 pounds of silver in it. And I look at Ursus and I say, "We gotta find somewhere to get rid of this stuff."
No kidding. Well, do you want to look around? I mean,
We can. Do you think that? Do you think that we're able to?
I think that this
To
cock
make
is
us-
going to get himself mugged as soon as we walk away.
That's true. We should probably stand guard.
So you guys, when you're looking around, Bodhin, you can see a rather well-to-do old gentleman, seen very fat, and it seems that he has a lot of gold and silver and such laying out on his stand.
Yeah. That guy.
Yeah, I point that guy out to you. I say that's probably where we need to be.
I say, agreed. And then I just kind of like look over at cock.
I rolled a 10.
10
Is that
with
with the D4?
Yeah, with all modifiers.
Okay.
If it wasn't disadvantage, it would have been a 23.
So he says, "Sir, Toko Pet does not deal in counterfeit. If you wish to counterfeit, go to the man in the dirt over there. These are all incroyable, magnifique pieces. I assure you, these are the real thing. It is these damn counterfeiters," and he spits on the ground, that are ruining the business. And damn children stealing all our clothes.
Counterfeiters, huh?
Counterfeiters and children.
So he's upset. Does he seem like genuinely upset, or is he like overly acting upset?
Roll at insight.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah. So you can pretty easily tell that he would be open to a counterfeiting sort of venture, but he's also not lying. Everything that he is selling is very, very nice material, and it looks like it's all designer stuff in Waterdeep. Like he was telling you about the designer names; those are the designer names, and Cock did recognize that. He also, you also can tell that he is telling the truth about the children stealing clothes, and it being a big issue at the moment because children don't usually steal clothes.
So he's I see that he's mostly telling the truth, but he seems like he's probably not the most upstanding guy, integrity-wise. Got it.
Well, we all have to make ends meet whenever we can. How long have these children, have you noticed, have they been stealing clothes?
Oh, these children, they been stealing clothes. Weeks.
Who are they stealing clothes from?
Me, Myra, Robbley, even Nelkash the Weaver. They steal these clothes. I can't keep halfling clothes in stock anymore. I can't keep dwarf clothes, gnome clothes in stock anymore. These children, they steal it all.
What do you suppose they're stealing them for?
How do I know? They're children. They like clothes. They throw them in the streets. I don't know. The city watch doesn't care because they can't punish the children.
That is concerning.
Well, while we're here, what you commented on our appearance. I kind of motioned to
My
Ursus.
appearance, specifically.
He also commented on us as
Oh, yes, he did.
slaves and peasants
Sure.
and riffraff. He doesn't approve of how we look.
I think he was just making general observations, but yes.
Right, but since he's made that observation, what do you have for sale? Anything that you would recommend that I know that Ursus is now a landowner and he might like to look the part.
No, I'm good.
I'm good. He doesn't want anything. Well, I might want something. What do you have?
I do have a nice, well, you are the monk, yes. Perhaps a fine silk from my Russia's establishment, yes? This one looks gorgeous on you. Look at these colors. There's wonderful colors here.
I kind of touch it, and I'm like, it doesn't feel right, and I touch my own clothes. I'm like, it's not the same. I don't think I could wear that. Wouldn't move right.
Are you sure? It's mid-grade silk, perfect for a monk.
Mid-grade. He scoffs at you and he spits on the ground. Sir, I understand it's a negotiation technique, but this is not mid-grade. This is top quality here. Yes.
Top quality, sure.
It doesn't feel like it would hold up to the rigorous activities that I'm often involved in.
Well, it depends on the rigorous activities, yes? I
think he's hitting on you, dude.
And I say it does indeed. The activities would be quite rough on the clothes themselves. And I'm just oblivious mostly to what he's talking about.
Do you happen to have any ascots? Do you have any silk ascots?
Ascots? Yes, I do have ascots. Very, very beautiful. Oh, gorgeous ascots I have. These.
I love a good ascot.
Oh my god.
You're looking for an ascot. So would you like the purple ascot here? Yes. This is made, of course, of the finest Chultan silk. I see you are wearing some now. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. You can wear it. It matches. Gorgeous piece of fabric. Absolutely wonderful.
I agree. Chultan silk is the best silk possible.
Yes, quite so. This piece, 45 gold. I can't part with it for less. No less than 45 gold.
You've got to be kidding me. Let's go.
You
can't be seriously considering this.
Interesting. I know we sell those wholesale at about 7 gold. He's making great profit off that. Now, that's a fair deal for this market at this time. There's a lot of breakage going around in this industry right now.
I turn around and I start looking for Boddie Knock to see what he's up to. I'm getting pretty bored with this guy.
Same. Before we go, I want to ask you, is there anybody among the traders that you know that have been affected the most from either the counterfeiting or children stealing their clothes?
Is likely Myroth.
Myroth? And
Of course, of Myroth's fine silks.
oh yes, I think yes, I've heard of him. Where is he located?
He is located in the Trades Ward, of course, on Snail Street.
Thank you, good sir. Keep pumping out that Chulton silk. Love to see it. Might be more coming your way soon, depending on what the issue is here with the supplies. Anyway, it was good talking with you.
Yes. Wonderful. I love seeing Eric Akra in beautiful clothes.
Always.
So, Body Knock walks up to you guys at this point, right after you've finished with Tolka.
What's up, guys?
Hey, little man, what'd you find out?
Well, from what I saw in that crowd, most of the picking of pockets is being done by children. And I watched all of them go over to that guy, and I point over to him. Basically, what's going on is they're handing this guy the money, and he's giving them assorted fabrics.
Interesting.
Kind of stopped there at that point before we, finding out what you guys got, if anything, and sort of devising a plan on what we do with that information.
Well, this guy
And I
said-
clink my bag, and it's like really heavy. It sounds like I have a lot of silver in it. And I look at Ursus.
I clank mine too. It sounds like a little baby version. A little baby clank. I tap it.
It kind of start rhythmic. We kind of get like a sweet beat going.
Yeah, roll performance check.
Yep.
Well, I rolled an 18.
I roll a 19. This shit sounds good.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, yes.
It sounds great.
As you guys are walking through this market, you guys are making some sweet music together.
Oh, shit.
Everybody's kind of looking around like, wow, what these guys are really making some percussive noise with their bags.
So I look at Cock and I ask him if I can borrow his hat. You have a hat on, right?
Yes. It is
Can I
large
borrow
and
your hat?
conspicuous. No. Next question. Why do you want to buy my hat, Body Knot?
Well, I mean, I was gonna hold it out and see if anybody's gonna tip us for this great music these guys are making.
Okay, but we probably gotta like tone it down. We draw too much attention. Like,
Yeah, I agree. We see people noticing, and we're like, oh, this is bad.
we've got a bunch of silver in here. We got a bunch of silver. Oh yeah.
Tons of money right in our bags.
Please don't come and take it from us.
Well, this is kind of exactly what we want. We want one of these people to come and try and take it from us.
Well, there's
And we can-
That guy over there looks like he's probably want to buy our silver.
Which guy?
The big guy with all the silver and gold on the table.
Yeah, let's go talk to him.
Yeah, who's I wouldn't say I'm great with negotiations. Not as good as I am at kind of getting an idea of what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not either.
Neither am I, but it doesn't stop me. Negotiating.
Oh, well, the more
Yeah,
power
that
to you.
makes-
How much we got? How many pounds do we have total?
150 pounds. We have
I have-
15
I have
10-pound
30.
bars.
Oh, that's total, everybody.
Hmm.
It's more than I weigh.
That's a lot.
Way more than I weigh.
It
All right,
could be
so
more than
somebody else
what.
go do the talking.
Let's go up to him.
Mhm.
I can't. I mean, look at what I'm wearing.
It can't be me.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
Who was going to negotiate with the monk? Is my question.
This guy's not a monk.
But we got a monk.
Why
Oh.
are you negotiating with me?
No, I think
No,
you can
negotiating
negotiate
with
with him.
with you, in addition to you,
Oh,
as a in
Yeah,
in
I can-
tandem.
yeah. And I just give you one of the you did so
I'll go-
great last time. That
All right, I'll do it.
yeah.
Well,
You did so great
so
last time. You can
as
do it again.
as Cock goes up there, I cast prestidigitation on him, and I make him look dirty. I know he told me not to, but I'm doing it anyways.
Oh
I don't
wow.
notice it.
I cast guidance on him. I told him you were great last time. The last guy loved you, even when you talked bad about his clothes. He thought it was a great tactic. I don't know how you do it, but you can do it again. I cast guidance on him again.
So which cubic foot of cock are you being?
Like upper body, the part that's good
Body.
that they're really going to be looking at. So like he's got kind
Eye
of like
level.
a dirty face, is just kind of disheveled in the like shoulders and up.
Got it. Okay.
My face is feathered. By the way,
Dirty feathers,
Dirty.
tarnished a little bit.
I am a bird. You're gonna make me look like a dirty bird.
I am. I'll clean you up immediately after these negotiations.
Do you do it in a way that I notice, or do you do it like right before I talk to the person?
As you walk over with Bodhin, I am sort of like under my breath. I'm like prestidigitation, and
What is going on?
so I don't know. It doesn't actually like explicitly say in the spell whether there is any sort of like a physical, like a feeling aspect to it. So no, I imagine you probably don't know.
Unless you look down at yourself, right?
So maybe this
I
guy's
don't.
gonna address you and be like, "Oh, you look like you've come under hard times," and you're gonna be like,
I
"Oh, fuck."
definitely noticed.
Oh yeah, you definitely noticed for sure. Like the second it happened, you watched. You noticed Boddie knock mutter under his breath and do his little hand motion.
I look back at him and I look at Cock and I go, I don't know if this is gonna go well or not, but we're.
I look back and I see your face, and I'm like, "What kind of face are you making?" And I turn back to the guy and keep walking.
So you're walking up to a guy, a really fat old guy, and he's just sitting in a chair and he's wheezing as he's just sitting there. You would imagine he's so fat that it's hard for him to breathe.
Wow.
And I walk up to him. And I look at him. I don't say anything for 5 seconds.
Awkward.
What do you need, boy?
I kind of clink my bag.
You got some money to trade.
No, I was wondering where the best food was in this area.
Well, I don't know about food, but I know about money. Mert the money lender, that's me.
Or your money lender.
And I say, you look like you know about food. It just kind of comes out of my mouth.
I look back at Bodhin
There you go. I just like.
Turn back to Merc. I say, Merc, you're a money lender. Are you a money buyer?
Yes, I do exchanges, all currency.
What is the silver to dragon exchange rate these days?
Well, you know what nips are worth. It's 10 to 1.
How much do nibs weigh? What if we didn't have nibs? What if we just had bars?
What if I had just had 1 pound of silver?
Silver bar. Silver bar. Silver bar.
I pull 1 out. I think it's 1 bar, right?
Silver.
Yeah, you should have 2 bars if you had 20 pounds. It's a 10-pound bar. It's huge.
I slowly pull 1 out with a little bit of struggle.
Silver bar. Worth 5 dragons a pound. And when you pull it out, he kind of reaches his hand out.
I do not extend the bar to his hand.
5 dragons a pound?
I just want to look at it, son. It looks tarnished.
Tarnished. All right, I give it to him.
And I kind of say backward. I'm like, tarnished, you say?
He receives the money in the bar in his hand, and he looks, turns it over deftly. You can tell that he has held trade bars before. He knows everything about them. Obviously, his fingers work much faster than his body should allow. And he says, "This is 10-pound silver trade bar. Normally 50 gold. This one, it's corroded. Can only give you 15."
What? Corroded? Where do you see the corrosion?
Son, my eyes aren't as old as the rest of me.
15. I could see that there might be a little chipping on the side, but surely these are worth at least 35 gold dragon.
I give you half of a normal gold. 25. It's my final offer.
25. Well, I have 2 of these.
2. Okay, 50 for the 2.
I want to. Yeah, I've got 3. I'm looking to sell also.
Yeah, I look at Cock and I kind of jingle my bag.
All right. So I imagine bulk selling is pretty convenient for you. Now we have more than just 2 of these, but if you up the price to 27 gold per bar, we'll sell them all to you instead of going to another exchange.
27 for how many?
I'll look back.
I said we have
15.
15 in total.
We have 15. We have 15.
15 in total. I kind of whispered
Oh,
to you.
he reaches back into his tent and pulls out a book, a ledger, and he writes in it, and he kind of looks around and he writes in it a little more, and he says, "Deal, okay, deal."
Excellent. All right. Well, I motion to Bodhin and Ursus to come up.
I give my bars.
Yep.
Bars.
Pull mine out.
Bars.
It takes me a while because it's like 1, 2.
I'm saying
I
bars.
got-
Bars. While you do
Yeah.
that.
10 of these things.
Bars. That's a lot.
Yeah, so he hands you 400 dragons.
I'll take that. Thank you.
He's 5
Should be
shy.
405.
Good eye there, young one. And he hands you 5 more dragons.
Ooh. That's good accounting by Body Knock.
That's 81. 81.
What?
That's 81 pieces for me. I had 3 of the bars.
Yeah, we can go over that. I'm putting all of the dragons into my personal keep while this transaction is happening.
It's the business fund.
That's a lot of
Okay,
money.
well, the business
haven't-
fund now owes me 91 gold.
Write it in your ledger.
Oh, I am.
I'm really glad you can write.
I can write numbers.
Probably base 12, given all the stuff you think I owe you. Let's see.
That was a pretty good haul. That's
That was hella profitable. All right. Thank you, wheezing old man.
It's decent. Where does that get us towards paying our business expenses for opening back up the bar?
We could pay 1 guild.
I mean, there's one guild that's more important to us than any other guild.
Was
At
that
least
the
as far as I
alcohol?
see it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Which guild?
The guy who can get us our wine and beer.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Vintners
We
guild.
don't have another avenue for that. We've got Bodhin here who is somewhat of a builder. He can at least help us in terms of the restoring of the bar and fixing it up. But we don't, as of yet, know anybody other than what's his face to get spirits from. Yet.
Yeah. We're gonna need plumbing and shit too. I haven't even talked to the plumbers yet. I don't know nothing about the plumbers.
Well, we have I think we have a quest that kind of takes us in that direction. We might be able to strike a deal when we accomplish that.
True.
Yeah.
well, now that our bags are considerably lighter, I feel like I can move well again. Maybe we can.
Should we shop?
We could shop. Does this guy have anything on the table that looks like we want it? What does he got here?
Mert only has money on the table.
He's just got just money.
We should go back and talk to Jablob.
Well,
I
what's going on with
asked-
these kids around here? And do we
Yeah,
give a shit?
Well, so okay, so I'm glad you said that. So as we were talking about with the kids and the pickpocketing and going back to that slimy looking clothier over there with his sunglasses and all his little wares, we do happen to know 3
Little kids.
3 kids,
Slimy looking kids.
that might have some. They might know a little bit.
Well, we could put them to work. We can go tell them to go steal something and give it to that guy and see what he tells them.
That's
Yeah.
true. We could. It's a good
It
point.
would be useful.
I mean, they look pretty streetwise. I bet when I was that age, I could have done it no problem.
I see how much money that Merc gave us, and I see how much money
Briefly.
he has on the table, and I'm kind of looking around because I would imagine he would be a target with how much money he's got. Like, how is he? And he's not fit. How is he not being robbed? That's what I'm looking for. Like, does he have people guarding him? Does it look like anybody's like watching him in the background?
So in his tent, there are a couple larger half orcs.
Ah, okay. I see.
There you go. Some muscle.
Yep. It clicks for me and I go, I see.
We could talk to this Myroth of Fine Silks and see if he has any more information on the undergoings of this, or we could go check out the area where you saw that the ships were actually coming in.
So
Is
we
there
got
anyone
some
else
money.
here? Oh,
Can
anyone else?
Yeah, we could shop for some stuff. Don't we need
What
things?
other kind of shops do we see around?
What do you guys need to shop for? You guys look great.
We don't know yet.
Look pretty great, but I just want to see what's around.
Yeah, how about
There's all kinds of shops here. Anything that you want. Food,
You wanna buy some stuff?
armor,
how about
everything.
weapons?
Weapons would be
Everything-
good.
Everything we buy is going to take away from our bar fund, but I'm all for
I also
it.
have a.
Well, I want to
also have-
sell some weapons
Yeah,
too.
I have a sword to sell, a long sword.
I've got some stuff I could sell.
That I have an unused, and I start to sort of like sell it to Cox so that he knows how to sell it when he goes somewhere. I'm like, it's just an unused, untarnished sword that was on display. Came from the pocket dimension. Was on next to a suit of armor. This is clearly an important sword, an heirloom maybe. I just kind of.
Yeah.
I have 2 scimitars and a short bow that I pulled out of a porta potty.
I hear him say that, and I kind of give him a strange look, and then I realize I remember, I know all about Ursus. I'm like, sounds about right.
Covered in shit.
I
That's a
just kind of
reasonable
shrug.
endeavor.
They're
It's a
wrapped up in the same towel that I originally wrapped them up in. They just got like crusted shit on them. It was a bed sheet that I grabbed and rolled them up in.
Gross.
And I just kind of toss them to Cock.
I do not catch them. I walk away.
I'm like, bro, these could be worth something. I grab them, I scoop them up, and kind of like hurry behind them.
Don't throw equipment at me. If you want to sell the stuff you found, sell it yourselves. I'm not your channel for commerce here. You guys have money
So
now. You're
sensitive.
property owners. You have to
Yeah,
learn how to
damn
interact
right.
with these people.
All right. So I go up to the weapons vendor. I said, I have some fine weapons that you'll be most interested in, my good sir.
So this is a this man or thing has flaming red skin and fiery red hair.
Oh shit.
And, he looks at you and he says, "What? What are you trying to sell me?"
I have 2 scimitars and a short bow, both glistening and wonderful.
Why do they smell like shit?
Well, I found them in shit. But they're truly valuable weapons.
Yeah, of course. That makes sense. You found him in shit. Okay. And he looks at you and he's just like, all right, I'll give you 7 gold pieces for him. 7 dragons.
7 dragons for all 3.
For the 2 scimitars. And he
I
said
have
he
a
had
short
a
bow
bow
as well. Yeah.
And he says, yeah, 7 for that too. I'll also 21 for the lot.
Make it 23 or I walk away.
Walk away.
God damn it. I'll take the 21.
You're gonna take 19 now.
Okay, fine. That's fine. I don't care.
All right. Yeah. So he says, deal. Fine.
Okay.
I see that happen. I just kind of chuckle, and I like straighten up my like ratty robes or whatever I've got on. It's like my monk clothing. And I walk up to him and I said, I have a fine long sword for sale. It's never been used, but it is very sharp. I just kind of hold it up. So what could you give me for this?
He looks at it, and his hair starts like waving around, and he says, Oh yes, this is a very fine longsword. Great craftsmanship. Yes. And he looks down the angle or down the blade, and he turns it over so it catches the light. He gives it a couple little thrusts like this, and he says, 7 dragons for this.
7 dragons for that as well, huh?
And I walk up behind Bodhin, and I look at the guy and I try to figure out if he's really interested in the sword or not.
Yeah, roll insight.
Dope. 10.
It seems like he's interested in the same way that he's interested in most things. The sword. He's a swordsmith.
And I look at him and I'm kind of confused. And I say, this is a longsword that's never been used. It's great craftsmanship. And you want to pay me the same that you paid my friend over there for his shit-covered scimitars?
They were fine weapons.
Scimitars are worth more than longswords. I don't know what to tell you. Longswords, dime a dozen. You buy them at a shop, 15 gold pieces. Scimitar, 25 gold pieces.
I got ripped off.
And I say, could you make it 10?
I could make it 750.
750.
Don't try to play hardball, dude.
I don't really play hardball. I just want to make sure that everything is fair. What seems fair? 750. I suppose that's fair. And I say sure. 750 sounds good.
So he takes it and he's happy. Everybody's happy.
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you for purchasing that. And then I sort of been looking around the shop, trying to see what he's got for sale, and I don't know what does he have?
So he has weapons for sale. He's got a few weapons arranged out on his table.
Does he happen to have any whips for sale?
Whips?
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Come on.
He does not have any whips.
Indiana Jones, let's go.
That is a red flag for me.
He looks more like a
More of a handcuff guy.
blacksmith than like a weaver.
Yeah. That makes sense.
So I step up to the table and I'm looking specifically for daggers and or finesse weapons.
So that was 7 gold and 5 silver, by the way.
Okay.
All right. So you're looking for daggers?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's got daggers.
I ask him if he has anything exceptional, anything that would be above your standard weaponry.
Oh, I've got some exceptional stuff, yeah. And his hair starts to get a little bit more wavy, and his eyes start flaring red. And he says, "I got some exceptional stuff, but I don't have it here. You're gonna have to visit my shop for that."
Oh, you have another shop. Okay. We could probably make an appearance there. Where's your shop?
Right, so you just go straight up the King's Road to the high road. You turn right on Del Zoran Street. It's or Serdun. It's in a little alley called Troll Skull Alley.
That's
Oh,
familiar.
Oh yeah. All right. Is it close to the Bent Nail?
Yeah, Bent Nail. You've been there. It's right next door to the Bent Nail.
They make the
think I
best
did-
chairs.
I think I did see that.
Yeah, me and Avi, my partner, we run it. It's a great shop.
Yeah, I think we'll be visiting that sometime soon. I appreciate the information.
Okay.
Can I ask you a question? What is your spirit of choice?
Spirit of choice.
After a long day of blacksmithing and selling all these
yes.
metals.
Yeah, of course. Well, you can obviously see that I'm a fire genasi. I love any sort of fiery sort of drink. Anything that's on fire. Love it.
Wow, that's intense. A fiery drink.
I knew a guy who really hurt himself doing that.
Surely you blow out the flame before you drink it. I know many sorority girls who have made that mistake. Oh man, these dogs really roam these streets. These feral dogs. Outside
Yes,
of
they are feral.
They are feral.
All right. Where do you typically go for these fiery drinks?
Where do I go for the fiery drinks? I haven't been drinking very much recently, but I hear there's a new bar opening up on my block, actually, too. And I'm excited to go there to one of those.
Did you say there's
Excellent.
two bars?
Yeah, there's 2 bars opening up real close to me. Well, I don't know if one's opening as a bar and got bought, but I hear Volo. You know Volo, the celebrity? Yeah, I hear he bought it. So I think he's going to be the one that opens up a bar. Who could say? Maybe he's going to call it something fun. I don't know.
It's ours. It's our bar. Okay, we own it. We own the bar.
What bar?
The bar. Volo doesn't own it. We do.
You own Volo's bar. You're like his partner.
No, we own the bar. So don't talk shit.
You sold it to Volo.
No, it belongs to us right now in the present. We own it.
And I look back at Ursus as his spaghetti drops on the floor. So Ursus, it sounds like we might have some competition.
Yeah, I know. I'm mad.
Yeah, what can you tell us about the other bar that you were speaking of?
Oh, well, it's Emmett Froon's bar. That's all I know. I know that he actually wanted to buy the bar that Volo bought, but Volo outbid him, so he had to buy another bar real close next by. I don't know.
Oh, this is some shit.
Wait, what is going on here?
We have competition,
Someone's gonna get murdered.
most likely.
All right. It sounds like you're gonna have only one option for a bar on your street soon. So we look forward to seeing you after a day's work. You can stop by.
All right.
You'll know which bar to go to.
Which bar to go to? I think the elf there works for Emmett Froon.
Who? Me?
Yeah, you're the one that said you own a bar. I mean, maybe you work for Emic.
No, I don't work for Emic. Emic is a bitch.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
good.
it doesn't seem too nice to me, but you know, he serves me drink. What do you want, right?
Listen, we own the other bar. Let's just move on. Let's just move past it. Thank you for all the information. Thank you for helping us and buying my wares. We appreciate your time. Adieu.
All right, tell Emic I say hi.
Oh my God. Fuck off.
Fireball. You like Fireball?
Yes, I love fireballs. Oh
Right.
man,
Oh, okay. Yeah, true.
it's like the only spell I know.
Ah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
No.
It melts steel for sure.
Hmm.
Thank you. We look forward to seeing you at Troll Skull Alley.
Embrick. Embrick.
What?
Yep, we'll tell him.
That's my name, Embrick.
His
Oh.
name's Embrick.
You're
My name's
Embrick.
Embrick. Okay.
Yeah,
Embrick.
that's right. Good
You
to
own
good to
the
meet
other-
you, Embrick.
Embrick like the Embricks in the fire.
Oh, yes.
Nice to meet you, Embrick. I'm
Absolutely.
Bodhin.
Yes.
I think we'll be seeing more of each other. It's good to meet you.
Yes.
Adieu.
I am Cock.
I'm cock too.
We'll touch tips. We'll touch tips later.
Oh my God.
Well, Embrick, I hope you sell many swords tonight.
Me too.
All right, let's go chase after these dogs.
I tell Embrick, good luck in your endeavors, and I extend my hand, and when he shakes my hand, I cast guidance on him.
Okay. Yeah. And he looks at you and he says, "Thank you. Yeah, I feel like I will."
That's great.
That's how you leave a strong impression.
And then
Okay, guys, where to next?
We got networking. This is what we got to do as new business owners. Sans Bodhin.
Ursus,
we gotta
might
get
need
that-
some
We got to
shoes.
get that guy's business.
Does Ursus want any shoes?
No,
You good?
I'm fine.
Okay. I get worried about your feet. We talk about this all the
My
time.
feet are very rough. They have many calluses.
Yeah. But
There's
if you
plenty
get
of
injured,
mopping.
if
that
you
needs
get
to be
injured, you're not going to be able to move as well. I'm just concerned about your feet.
I've been fine this long. I'll be okay.
Go look down at the monk's feet and see what he has going on.
Are they bare?
What do I see on the monk's feet? I wonder.
Ah!
I gotta
Yeah,
pee. I'll
okay.
be right back.
I'm going to take a break here.
Yeah. Let's take 5, guys.
Okay. I already took my 5, so I'm good.
I like how this is just business bar building simulator.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I like it because then I get to do my little random interactions here and there, but then also try to build a successful business that hopefully we can have make us money while we're out on other adventures.
Well, you know, Body Nog, now that it's just the two of us as we walk down the street
Mm-hmm.
past these dogs, you know, in order to get ahead in a well-established city like this, we might have to entertain some less above board measures in order to compete with in order to get up and running and compete with other bars in the area.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I agree. Yeah.
We might have to cut some corners.
Oh, we definitely need to cut corners. So we sort of talked about that a little bit last week with like not necessarily just outright going through the guilds. And then
I would
maybe
murder a
if
guild leader.
at some point after that they come after us and we have to like pay a bill to get someone off our back, that's fine, whatever. But I'm not just gonna like accept the guilds up front. I also think that we need to look around this area for anybody that might be serving any sort of drinks and figure out if they know of any avenues that we could source product other than the
True.
Vintners Guild.
That's a good idea. We could do that.
And I also
Hit up a
think that we
bar
can
area.
use our kids to maybe sabotage our competitors.
They can steal some shit. Well,
Maybe steal some shit. Maybe they do a little bit of damage.
that all sounds good.
Defacing.
I also think we might need to steal just general supplies at the very beginning.
Yeah.
Like Leaf, Leaf is great. We have an infinite source of beer from him at the moment, from an unknown source, but he keeps breaking our plates and
It's
mugs
true.
and stuff.
On the like subject of plates, what when you envision our bar named TBD, are we serving food or are we just serving drinks?
I think now that I think about it, we need to establish a really solid beer and then build off that. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
All right. Did I miss anything?
We were talking about traffic in Austin.
Your character died.
Yeah.
Shit.
All right.
Yeah. Real death.
Reroll, please.
All right.
You're a half elf paladin. and
We're
you're part
actually
of the
all
Sand
re-rolling
Watch.
characters right now.
We pissed
The
somebody
fire
off.
genasi killed us.
Just fireballed everyone.
Like Carmen.
All right,
I'm
everybody.
ready. I'm ready for a reroll.
You guys have left Avi's or Imbric stand, and you are headed where?
Where indeed? I actually want to look around to see if there are any vendors in the area serving alcohol of any form, beer, wine, spirits, whatever that may be.
I'm also very interested in that, but I still am focused on the monk's fit and what he's got as footwear wise.
Oh, I have my feet wrapped.
That's correct.
I got my hands wrapped and my feet wrapped, symbolically, with black and white on one on either side.
So like left side is black, right side is white, like something like that.
Or they like
Or hand and feet are opposite.
vanilla
Oh,
with
okay.
florals.
Okay. That
It's like black hand, white hand, and then it would be like the white hand would have a black foot, so you just see like a black
crisscross.
white kind of thing.
So you're kind of like you're very monkish.
Monkish. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very monkish. I've got a pretty simple like robe kind of thing on, and
Kind of like a
got
bow
a-
staff.
got a belt. Yeah, I've got a Killua is what it's called. It's kind of like a staff with a.
Great pronunciation, by the way.
Thank you.
I'll write the word in chat so you guys can see it.
I feel like I looked it up when we did our one shot because he said it and I was like, what the fuck is that? And then I looked it up.
Yakowa.
But I feel like he
Glad.
pronounced it differently during the one shot.
That's a lot of
Killua?
consonants.
Yikilwa is the.
Try getting that word in Wordle.
Yuckla.
That would be a great word.
Is that a real word or a D&D
I
word?
doubt it.
It's a real weapon.
No way.
But is it
I
a real
doubt
word?
Wordle knows what it is.
Wow.
Oh,
I don't think it's a real
I
weapon.
don't know. No, yeah.
I think it's
the,
D&D. Yeah.
the first result is a D&D entry. I think it's just D&D.
it's sorry. Yes, out of character. It is not a weapon, but it is a real weapon for people in D&D.
Yeah. In
Wait.
character, it's a real weapon. No, not really.
No, that is not a word.
Wait.
It's like a modified spear.
I like it.
Yes, that's a great weapon. I really like that weapon. It might be in my childhood.
Your childhood as Brad or as Cock?
It's cock. It's a weapon commonly used by Cholton warriors.
Yeah. You know what this weapon is. You've seen
Yes.
it growing up. Yeah, a lot.
Just
Respect.
imagine
I was
you,
never
like,
able
taking
to
a staff and like assaulting Andrea with it.
No, she would assault me with weapons. not the
I
other
believe
way
that.
around. No, I was never good with the Killua, but I respect anybody who does master it. Which I haven't seen you use it yet, but
You would have seen me use it.
You
when we
have.
fought in the one shot, dude.
Mm-hmm. In that pocket
Oh.
dimension.
When we were in the
I don't
pocket
know. Did you get a shot off in the one shot? Because I think the book monster one.
Oh, that's true. The book monster did go after you hard.
Yeah, but we fought a mimic as well, and I hit that thing.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
I was flying pretty high during the mimic fight though.
I don't.
Uh-huh.
She just didn't see it. You
I
haven't
haven't seen
seen my prowess with the Killua.
We'll just say I'm still waiting to see it in action firsthand.
Mine seems to be a double-sided Killua. I don't know if you've seen anyone fight with something like this. But
You know,
custom weapon from my homeland, I think.
really.
Yeah.
Where are you from again?
Somewhere you've never heard of. Arenal. You can
Cool.
look at me. Yeah, you don't really know where that is.
No, I'm used to dinosaurs.
You probably wouldn't find anybody that knows where that is. You would probably just assume that I made it up. And if I told you how I got here, you wouldn't believe me. So
I assume most of what you said is made up.
Doesn't sound familiar to me, but I'm from the area, sort of.
let's not dwell on that.
Yeah, I don't know. I never really cared.
Either way,
We all
I
end up here
agree.
somehow.
Yeah. Right.
So what was Boddy not looking for?
We're looking for alcohol.
Uh-huh.
We're trying to get our
alcohol,
drink
yeah.
on.
Yeah.
No,
right.
no, I mean, I'm not thirsty, but I'm
No.
looking for other vendors to see if
You
maybe
do
they have
notice-
Thirsty?
any
Some
information.
vendor research, yeah.
You do notice a stall that is selling alcohol.
Okay, I'm gonna walk up to it.
Yeah, we kill him. All competition must die.
Just jack him outright in the middle of the street.
Sick the dogs on him.
So I'm gonna walk up. I'm gonna be like, hi, how you doing today? I'd be interested in something to drink. What do you have to offer?
Oh, well, I've got some ale here.
Some ale, you say? Okay, I like a good ale.
Everyone loves
Um,
ale, yes. Yeah.
Of course, yeah. I'll take one.
So this halfling
What halfling?
pours an ale and gives it to you, and he tells you that it's 3 shards.
Is that silver?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll pay him the 3 shards,
Steep.
and then so I'll take a drink of the ale, and then I'm like, God, this is really great. Where do you get this? Whose ale is this? Do you brew this yourself?
Oh no. I of course don't brew this. This is from Hammond Kraddoc.
Oh, yeah, I feel like I've heard that name before. Yeah, we've dealt with some of the guilds. Yeah, of course. Is
Yeah.
that really is that the only game in town as far as it goes, with getting any sort of supplies? Are there local brewers in the area or anything like that?
Oh well, Hammond. I mean, the Vintners, Distillers, and Brewers Guild is comprised of all of the brewers in town. Hammond
Sure.
is the head of that.
Well, here's the thing. I'm kind of from out of town, so you'll have to forgive me. I'm not really familiar with the whole situation here, but it seems like everything kind of in this town is run by the guilds. Is that the case? Is there really there's nothing else going on? There's nobody else that you can deal with? It just seems like it's kind of a monopolized as far as any of this stuff goes.
Well, yeah, funny you should mention the guild, because I, in fact, am head of a guild myself.
Which guild do you head?
I'm head of the Fellowship of the Innkeepers.
The Innkeepers, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so anybody that wants to take in
answer your
guests has
question.
got to go through you.
Yeah, absolutely. To answer your question, yeah, the guilds run this town. And it's all endorsed by the lords of Waterdeep, the Masked Lords and the Open Lord, of course, Little Silverhand, and it's all enforced by the city guard. Anybody that tries to go outside of the guilds risks the ire of not only the guilds but also the city guard.
I see. Well, that's good to know. Just trying to really, I guess, get a grasp on how everything works here. You may be able to tell, you might not. I'm a gnome.
Yes,
I'm actually from the Underdark in the area. I'm not sure if you've ever heard of the city of Blingdenstone, but that's where I come from. Really, just I'm new in town, just trying to pick up on all the customs. But I really appreciate your conversation and thank you for the delicious ale.
Oh, absolutely. As the father of 9 children, I always appreciate a good conversation. You know how kids are, just running around and screaming and doing all manner of things. It's nice to speak to an adult. Running my own inn, it's difficult to keep these kids under wraps.
Of course, and I guess just out of curiosity, I mean, I do have a place to stay, but suppose I come across someone that doesn't. What inn do you run so that I could refer them to you?
Yeah, I run an inn, and he tells you the name of the inn that he runs.
Fuck his inn.
I hear him say kids, and I kind of look around and I ask, "Are your kids here in the market with you today?"
My kids? No, my kids aren't here in the market. My kids are home with Mary, my beautiful wife. She's given me, of course, the 9 children as well as 20 happy years.
Right. Congratulations.
Why, thank you. Yeah, it is a little tiring, though. What with 9 kids and all.
That is a prolific penis you have.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, Mary thinks so as well.
Much congrats.
We gotta get out of here.
Oh God.
I'm with Ursus. We gotta get out of here. We got things to do. We got our information. I think we were tracking down. Speaking of kids, I think we were tracking down some kids. Isn't that right?
We're gonna put our kids to work.
We're trying to kill kids.
True.
We're not trying to kill kids. The kids are going over to some weird-looking guy over there. We're gonna go talk to that guy.
Yeah, I point straight to him.
Why don't we have the kids go first? See what they can find out undercover.
All right, we got.
I mean, we could face this guy point blank, and I don't want to be, speak out of turn here, but I could disguise myself as a city watch and approach him about what appears to be illicit activity.
And what?
Well-
We just gun him down in broad daylight in front of this whole crowd?
No, I'm not saying gun him down, but let's say I approach him about it. Maybe I get a little bit of a story.
If he's an underhanded type, I think that you might get further talking to him as an underhanded type, right? We don't want to spook him. We know that this activity is going on, at least to, if he's related to the activity we're seeing in the bay, in Smuggler's Bay.
Uh-huh.
It's bigger than just that guy. We don't want to spook him.
No, that's true. That's true. But suppose he is reserved in giving me information as I might be a competitor. He seems to do most of his dealings with children.
Do you have any?
I suppose I could disguise myself as a children. The size is about right.
You are small.
You could do that. Do you have any maybe like secret codes you could speak that he might?
I mean, there are codes
Respond
amongst
to.
us thieves, but I wouldn't say that this guy is necessarily a thief, as he is someone who takes advantage of other thieves in the form of children.
Sounds pretty
I
thievy
could-
to me.
I could attempt it. I could try the can't with him.
Seen one thief, you seen them all.
9 kids in 20 years. It's like popping out 1 kid every other year. That's crazy.
It's respectable.
I mean, from where I'm from, like you pull a worm out of the ground, you pull the skin off the worm and tie it on one end, and then that's what you use to kind of stop that from happening. Is that not what happens in this city? Like, is there nothing like that here?
Apparently not.
No wonder it's so many people around here.
That's fucking weird, dude.
Are you
I don't
talking
know.
about turning a worm into a condom?
I don't know what we're talking about.
Because,
Anyway, yeah, let's talk to that guy.
What's he doing
All right,
with
yeah,
worms?
little one. Go talk to that guy. Make yourself a child.
oh, okay. So what do we think? Do I approach him as Body Knock, or do I turn into a child?
Child.
What do you guys think?
Well,
I
you
got
can
one
just
vote for
approach him.
child. You think I should just approach him as is?
What if we all just approach him? So we could either do it very.
I don't think that's a good idea.
No, like from all angles, like.
I don't think we want to spook the guy. I think we
Well,
should
not
talk
at
to him.
once. If you're talking about separately, then sure, that could work.
Ursus, maybe you could go talk
Let's
to
say
him.
you approach him as a business person, Cock.
I would never approach him.
I could go talk to him.
Okay. Okay.
I'll just go act like I'm looking for work or whatever.
But like, what's he doing? Like, what's his demeanor? What,
I mean,
How is he dressed?
he sells clothes. They're not nice clothes, but he
Yeah,
sells
he's
clothes.
just sitting cross-legged on the ground. Got a bunch of blankets out in front of him. One of them has sunglasses. One of them has wrist dials. One of them has clothes.
So when I
Oh,
see the
Proud
kids,
clothes
like
behind him.
I see the kids go up to him, like, do they converse at all?
No, not really.
Okay.
Basically, just a blank exchange of money for.
I mean, there's obviously
Textiles.
words, but it's not like a conversation.
They say words.
They say words, yeah.
Can I see their lips from where I am?
Yeah, I would say so.
So I can read lips.
Okay. Of course you can.
So
Why wouldn't you be able to read lips?
That's one of his languages.
Yeah.
No,
lips.
my
Let's just make it
observant.
easy on the DM and say, I want to read lips of everybody here.
I'm in a crowd. What are they all saying?
My observant feet lets me read lips. I can tell what they're saying if I can see their lips.
I should
saw that feat. That's a good feat.
Oh man.
So
Right.
what is he saying to these kids?
Yeah, he's saying, what do you need? And then go away as soon as they tell him.
Okay. Am I able to see what the kids want? Can I read their lips at all?
Yeah,
Or
the
am I-
kids. You kids are watching. They have. They say, "I need shirt. I need pants."
They're just buying stuff from him.
Basically, yeah.
Okay. So these kids are stealing money. They're buying stuff from this guy. Is that related to this other guy that said the kids were stealing clothes? Cock, I don't even know if this is related to that.
I mean, it would seem like it has to be related. Swarms of kids.
Well, the kids were
Pickpocket
stealing
everybody.
clothes.
That's fair. That's fair. He was
Um,
saying kids were stealing his clothes. We got kids stealing money and buying random shit. So something's going on. There's something
Maybe
with the
kids are stealing whatever they can steal.
well, what was his name? Temric? He said kids were
Turmeric.
stealing clothes. And that there's counterfeiting. That's all I know.
Well, I don't think it's gonna do any good to just go like act like I'm a kid, and we're gonna have to like sneak around and like, or
All
either
right,
that
I'll
or,
tell you
like,
what.
talk to this guy.
Let me just go up to this guy as myself. Let me shoot my shot here.
Go for it.
Let's just walk up to him as a group.
Well, let me try myself first.
Okay. Do you want my hat?
No, that's okay. I think I'm all right.
I give him a pat on the rear as he goes up there, and I say, "Give it your best shot, man." And I cast guidance on him.
Mhm.
Which cheek?
Left.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay. So I'm gonna walk up to the guy, and I'm gonna kind of approach him, just kind of nonchalantly, and then I'm gonna browse his wares for a few seconds, and really I'm gonna wait until a kid comes up, and then I'm gonna, after the kid comes up and they have their little interaction, I'm gonna kind of lean into him and be like, I see you got yourself a decent little setup here.
And this is in Thieves' Cant, or this is in Common?
No, this is in Common.
Okay.
And I can't help but appreciate the setup you have here. You look like you really know what you're doing. As someone else who likes to circumvent the rules to my own benefit, I can't help but appreciate your setup. I just wanted to let you know I respect what you're doing.
So he speaks to you, and he talks about kind of like the sun. He looks up and he says, "The sun, it's pretty high in the sky, and this is a really nice place to be. I really enjoy being outside and just the feel of the stone and the grass under my feet, and the air that I can feel on my skin."
Mm-hmm. And how do I interpret that?
I chatted it to you.
I see. How should I chat that back to you?
So there should be a language button underneath or right above your chat.
Oh, I do see it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I tell the other guys, I'm like, they're saying some weird shit. I can't understand. Something about how his skin feels outside.
The sun is shining, but the ice is slippery.
Because I'm reading their lips. I'm like, I don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I think he's high.
Trying to get like him.
Yeah, whatever that guy is consuming.
Can you guys read that?
I can read what Bly said.
Oh, you can.
You should be able to. Oh, public. Do I need to change it to No, that's just my roles.
You need to change your language.
You should have a language.
I did change my language. It's in. I did that in Thieves' Cant.
Oh, it's in Thieves' Cant. Okay, yeah, just private roll it back to me. Yeah.
Caw.
Private.
So let's.
But yeah, join
private
out
GM
for
role.
opportunities. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess the language doesn't cover.
I'm gonna try this again.
Okay.
I'm just gonna type this and see. Josh, do you see that?
I do.
I can see it.
Do
I
you
can
guys
see it.
you guys see it too? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know how
Yeah.
to make it private then. Because I have my roles as private GM role on the
So
Land of
just
Thieves game.
before whatever you're gonna type /W and then me.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I mean, you can type my name, but I think GM works as well.
Okay.
Yeah, right. That's how you do it, Brad. Okay.
I see the first one, the /W dick.
What? You can see that?
Yeah, I see /W dick.
That's an Eric Cochran.
I don't see anything else.
Then he so then he looks at you and he says, have you noticed the red color of those roofs over there? It reminds me of this painter that I knew back in 1415 when he had these really broad brush strokes. Mostly what he did was portraits, but he also did some landscapes. And you can also kind of hear the ocean when you look at that red, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see what you're talking about. Yeah, that's absolutely. I agree. It's beautiful.
I'm gonna put this into Google Translate and see what I get.
And I'm nodding. I'm like, yeah, this is a beautiful place. I am fascinated by the beauty of this area.
Are we there or are we out of earshot?
No, I'm reading their lips.
Okay.
No, yeah. Brad is the only one that can see what's happening.
So I say that out loud. And you guys are like,
So
what?
it's like, oh, okay. This is interesting.
And then he looks around and he says, I saw some hire coaches going by recently, and they were kind of like thundering through, and I thought that was a nice soundtrack for the way of the weave that I can feel right here.
Mm-hmm.
Is he talking about Petey?
Well, I came across a fruit vendor that was selling a tomato. And I thought to myself, tomatoes aren't fruit, are they? They're vegetables. You grow them in your, they grow off of vines. And I don't know any other fruits that grow off of vines, I guess, except for grapes. But, I thought to myself, maybe a tomato is a fruit.
All fruits grow off of vines, obviously.
Yeah, I know.
I say to Bodhin as he mutters it. What he's
Chalk down up
I'm
to
just muttering
scrambling
this.
my new thieves can't.
It's like a scene from Ocean's 13. I like this.
Actually, you're right.
You know what I'm talking
I
about?
know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. Wait, no, was it 13 or 12? It was 12 when they
It
were
might have been
talking to the
12.
guy. Yeah, it was 12.
Yeah.
Oh, God, that was such. I love those movies.
Matt
I'm gonna
Damon
I'm gonna go look at that script and I'm gonna take down some of that and use it in my future thieves cans.
Yeah, that's some. Yeah, that's what these can right there.
Some really good stuff. I'm gonna start writing some material.
Matt Damon just recites a poem. You can just start doing that too.
Oh, Matt Damon.
So he kind of looks at you and he says, I don't know about tomatoes, but turtles, right?
I once saw a turtle born on the beach, while the other turtles that were born around it wandered to the water. This turtle turned in the opposite direction and went towards land. It then grew its own legs and turned into a man.
Now we're getting somewhere. Okay.
and he says, "That's dope. I fucking love turtles, especially the kind that are the world-ending giant turtles. You know, the ones that you see at the end of the world, when all time has lost and you're in a bubble in space."
I look at Bud and I'm like, are you sure you're reading these lips correctly?
No, I'm not. I'm not sure. I never failed before, but I have not seen anything like this.
So I turn and look around, and I say, so many people here, all walks of people, tall and small, young and old. Who's to say?
He points at the one that you guys came from. And he says, "I never really liked haikus."
I think out loud. I do remember. Notice that the stiffest tree is most easily cracked, while the bamboo or willow survives by bending with the wind. I just kind of think that out loud based on that conversation.
That's not a haiku.
So I turn to him and nod my head and tell him that the sun sets on another day, but the moon rises. And then I just turn around and walk away.
I say, doubters always said man cannot fly. That's what I think about this.
That was fantastic. My bird brain is confused.
All right, so I'm gonna go back to the group. Maybe not immediately back to the group. I'm gonna kind of like, I guess, walk by them in passing, so as not to blow my cover. But I will. Oh, I could have taken a spell where I could whisper into someone's head, but I didn't take it. I'm gonna kind of, I guess, motion to. Let's say cock. Just a quick, subtle little head nod in a direction, and I'm going to keep walking in that same direction. And it's towards that stall.
Yeah, and you definitely noticed this, Bodhin.
Yep, I saw it.
I notice it, and I see Bodhin kind of notice it as well. And I turn to Ursus, and I kind of give a slight head motion as well. And
I catch on.
I start walking in that direction.
So as we kind of make our way over there before we get to the stall, I sort of pause and wait for them to catch up. And as you guys walk around, I'm like, so I discussed with him. He did recognize what we call the thieves' cant. I'm sure you guys may or may not be familiar. But
Not
basically, what so it's sort of a language that's been developed amongst people like me.
It was wild.
As a
Well
yeah,
done.
as a way for us to talk plainly, but disguise our meaning. So basically, what this guy's doing is he's selling counterfeit merchandise to these kids, but he's telling them he's taking advantage of these children. He's basically telling them it's nice clothing, and according to him, they'll pay him whatever. So these are homeless kids that he's just selling clothing to them. So they're going through the crowd, they're picking pockets, and then they're buying clothing off of him for themselves and you know, maybe other kids that they're familiar with. So he, as far as I understand it, he produces his own counterfeit merchandise, but he also implicated this gentleman that I believe you guys may have dealt with earlier, and said that they sometimes take clothing from him. So I really didn't get any specific information about what may or may not be going on at the dock ward.
So he said that the kids take clothes from that guy?
He didn't say the kids. He didn't say the kids do it. So basically, what happened was I sort of posed as an interested party in taking on the same sort of gambit that he's doing, and was trying to figure out if there was somewhere where I could get counterfeit merchandise, hoping that it might lead to the dock ward. But he said that sometimes they just steal from that guy. So
who's they? He does?
Yeah, other vendors. That's pretty much the impression I got.
I see.
So the kids, these kids immediately right here, I won't say they aren't a part of what's going on at the dock ward, because I can't necessarily disprove it, but he didn't give me any information to lead me to believe that they are specifically a part of it.
So what you gathered is the kids they're pickpocketing money to buy the counterfeit clothing or materials. They're not going around and stealing
right
clothes
as far
vendors.
As far as this guy knows. Yeah, exactly. So I feel like if we want more information, the dock ward is where we should be.
All right, so we're looking for more kids, supposedly, or possibly.
True. We could talk to our children and see if maybe they know anything. It's a long shot, but it's possible.
Tough to raise kids these days.
It is.
All right, so are we going to the dock ward, or are we going back to the bar?
That's the question.
How close are we to the dock ward?
You are closer to the bar than you are to the dock ward.
The dock ward's way down there. Where is the what is it called? Traders Ward? What? Trades Ward.
You need to find who's behind this activity. So it may be worth it to go to the dock ward to see what we can find out.
Yeah, that guy doesn't seem to be like the source of anything or the bottom of it.
No, I would, if we were talking in terms of like thieves and scoundrels, that guy's pretty low level. He's kind of a lackey. I mean, he's got his own setup, and he seems to be in charge of his setup, but the scope of it's pretty small. If we're talking about dealing with trade ships and large amounts of textiles and things like that, that guy he's not involved.
Did he give you any idea who he deals with?
No, he said he produces his own counterfeit merchandise.
Interesting.
Produces his own.
Yeah. So it seems like he rips off from other more reputable dealers, designers, producers at a lower quality and cost, and then that's what he's selling to these kids as supposed nice clothes.
Well, let's get our carriage to take us to the dock ward and see what we can see. Perhaps we could check out the activity in the bay.
Let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
Start walking out of the market a little bit towards the more open streets.
And immediately a hire coach comes up to you. Petey looks out at you guys and he says, successful trip?
Petey, more than you would ever know, but less than you could ever imagine. We're headed to the dock ward. Can you take us there?
Why are you going to go to the dock ward?
Petey, we don't. What? We don't. Why are you asking questions? You want to take us there or not?
I mean, not really. It's a bad part of town.
Oh, really?
I mean, you don't look like you'd have a good time.
I'm surrounded by scoundrels, so I think I'm good. Right, guys?
I've been to the dock ward pretty frequently. I know a path or two to get to the house with two hands without too much resistance or issue.
Petey, would you mind taking us to where, as far as you feel safe? You don't have to go deep into the dock ward.
Oh, that's fine. I'll take you. I'll take you on the main streets. So he takes you down Snail Street after you get off the high road, obviously, and then he turns on a Fish Street and he goes through Sail Street all the way to the end of the road down here. And he says, that's what you're looking for, right?
Yeah.
We're talking like D23? What are you looking at?
What's that?
You said the end of Fish Street, right?
He took Fish Street to Sail Street all the way to the end, to Coin Alley.
Okay.
We're pinging the map where it is.
You are? I don't see a ping. Oh, I see it. Never mind.
Ping again? Oh, down there. Okay. Holy shit.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's like part of the city. It's like over by that wall.
Okay. Thanks,
This is
Petey.
This is
Petey
the house with two
Pablo.
hands. It's like a huge 3-story spot.
This is your dojo?
You could call it that. This is where the monks and the clerics, the Order of the Even-Handed, train. I come here as often as I can, usually daily.
Okay. I get out of the carriage. It's a carriage, right?
So keep your wits about you, though.
I go back to Petey and I say, hey, when we do well, you do well, Petey. Always be there for us. And I hand him another dragon.
Hell yes, brother. You're my favorite client.
All right. And I follow Bodhin.
And I show them sort of where we typically see the activity. And it's in this area, kind of the overlook, because this is a house of two hands. It overlooks this like bay area here. We've been
So, how long are you guys gonna wait here?
What time of day is it?
It's about 2 p.m.
It's a good time to be out.
It is.
It's daylight.
I mean, I would say we could wait until sunset for a ship to come in. What do you guys think? See if a ship comes in, see if we see any kind of activity.
Yeah, we could wait and look for activity.
Is that how it generally goes, Bodhin?
Yeah, I mean, the ships come in, the ships go out. There's people that move around on the docks.
I mean, so what kind of, I guess, what are the flags that would indicate, something along the lines of what you've talked about is going on?
So we don't usually see a whole lot of ships coming in here, but
Okay.
if we hang out here for a while, we'll see quite a few ships. Lots of ships have been moving in and out of here, more than usual.
And so are we going to see, like, is there going to be any kind of clear indication of like something strange is going on?
If you're not from around here, maybe not.
Or could any of your friends in the society here kind of, I guess, point us in the right direction?
So that's where they sent me. I mean, we could talk to them, but
Okay.
I don't know how much more information they would have.
Sure.
They know that something's going on and that we need to get to the bottom of it.
So, are there any? Is there any sort of authority at the dock that maybe might have some information along those lines that you're aware of?
That's a good question. Am I aware of any dock authorities that might?
Yeah.
Port authority?
Yeah,
or-
there's a harbor master that takes care of this dock.
Yeah, the harbor master.
Okay. So maybe we start there. See if he. I mean, I'm sure he.
Comes in.
As the
He
authority
comes
in
in.
the
He's
area
got to
would
know
be-
about it.
Yeah,
He's gotta know
exactly.
about it.
Yeah, so I mean, if there's any sort of activity going on that shouldn't be going on, I got to imagine it would be in his best interest to end that. If we can help in that,
Unless he's
I
taking a
imagine he
cut.
might be forthcoming with some information.
Do you think we should we go ask him? Do you think that's a smart move, Bodhin?
I think it's worth a shot. He's got to at least have some information.
Or is he maybe too far gone? You think he's paid out?
Well, sometimes it's the things that people don't say that give you more information than what they do say.
Metal.
So we could do that. Let's go talk to the harbor master and see what he's got to say.
Hell yeah.
All right, so you guys are all just straight up walking up there and saying hey, or how are you doing it?
Should we jog over?
Sprint.
All right, so you kind of jog, and obviously the halfling or gnome or whatever you are this time sprints, dashes right next to you, and you come up to this harbor master in his little office, and he looks at you and he's just thoroughly unimpressed. He's just like, what do you guys want?
I say, good afternoon, good sir.
Is it?
Well, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, by Tears will, I think things have gone well so far today for us. I am actually here. Got some questions. I've noticed a lot of activity over on the far end of the dock, more than usual. I was curious if you knew anything about it.
You one of those special monks?
Well, I wouldn't call myself special, but if you're referring to the order, then yes.
You just kind of sit there and watch docks all day and see the boats come in and out. You think something's happening.
That's what it seems like to me.
That's the gist of it, sir. Yes.
You know, I'm the harbor master here. Everything's got to come through me.
What's the increase of activity over there?
What's it worth to you?
It's worth a lot, actually.
I step up and I say, if we're talking about worth, we're talking about information. How does 3 dragons sound?
3 dragons? You know, it's strange. I was thinking more like 300 dragons.
Fuck no.
I cast Charm Person on him.
Oh shit!
Now we're talking.
Wow.
All right, Charm
Roll initiative.
bringing out the fucking spells. Okay, Charm Person. That's a whiz save, right?
It is 13, yeah.
Just threw it out.
Yeah. So he he kind of straightens up and he looks at you and he's just like, "Hey, I didn't see you back there."
Yeah, sorry about that. Just you know, like my friend here was saying, it seems like maybe there's been some odd activity over here on the docks. I know you're the boss in these parts, so I figured if anybody knows about it, you've got to know. I'm just trying to make sure that everybody here is protected, as I'm sure you are.
Oh yeah, you're right. I know everything that goes on in these docks. Yeah, it's actually kind of crazy what's been happening here lately. You know, I guess you're friends with the monk here. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, as you know, they've got this property kind of overlooking the dock, so we're just kind of using every resource we have in the area to help keep an eye out.
Well, your monk friend's been asking me about that, and I wasn't really gonna tell him anything, but you got a nice face, and I like it. So I'm gonna be straight with you. There's bringing a bunch of counterfeit clothes in here on a bunch of different ships. I guess they're sending them somewhere else. I don't know, but these counterfeiters, I guess they just can't get enough. They seem to be like selling them like hotcakes, more than usual. I don't know. I've even seen a bunch of kids come up and steal just boxes and crates of these clothes. I mean, they look nice. They're not nice, but the kids don't know the difference, you know?
And you don't know where the kids are taking it?
But you think I just kind of walk around and follow fucking dock working kids through the dock?
No, not at all. But it's a big city. You know, word travels sometimes. I just wasn't sure if you'd heard anything,
I don't
or
know
maybe
what's
knew
going.
anybody who had.
Hey, when I was a kid, when you was a kid, we didn't try and grab clothes. We didn't need nice clothes.
No, sir.
No, it wasn't clothes we grabbed, right? Like, I don't know what's wrong with these Generation Zs or whatever these kids are. They're just trying to steal nice clothes, but they're stupid because these ships coming in, they're not nice.
Yeah, that's kind of what I've heard. Like you said, counterfeit clothes. So are the kids taking all of it, or who are these guys selling to?
I don't know. The kids are taking boxes. I mean, they look through, they see what they can sell, I guess, and then they put the rest on. I don't know.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Chips.
I mean,
Strange.
it looks like your friend would know the difference. The giant bird.
Right. Yeah, and that's kind of what he's doing here. He's I guess you could call him a consultant. Yeah. So we've got some outside interested parties. I mean, as sure as you know, it's a large city. There are plenty of clothing vendors in here, but like you said, we've been seeing an influx in counterfeit clothes, and we're really trying to get to the bottom of where they're coming from and where they're going.
Well, I can tell you this: the clothes, they're coming in on a ship captained by Delav Misra. He's the one that's selling all the clothes. I don't know where he's selling them to, but if you come back here at nighttime, you'll find him.
Not tonight, boys. We got stuff to take care of.
Well, I'll tell you what. I appreciate your help. You've really been a huge help. We're going to try and see what we can find out, and if it's anything of interest to you, you better believe I'll bring it back to you, because
hey man, anything.
You're the boss of these parts.
Anything to help a friend, man. Like we've been buddies for a long time.
Of course.
What does this ship look like?
That's a good question.
You know, just a normal sloop.
Does it operate under a particular name? You know, they name all these ships.
He named it after himself. It's the Dell of Misra.
Gotcha. Okay. Good to know.
Well, thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for having me.
By the way, Doc, Master, it's an insult to call a bird giant. You know, it's not something we strive to be. So, in the future, if you don't mind, birds strive to be of more minute stature. We don't like to be giant or called giant.
He looks at you, Boddie, and he's just like, hey man, you know, we're cool, but I really don't like that big bird you got there.
Yeah. Hey.
Stop calling me large.
I'm like, I kind of lean into him like, hey, don't worry about Big Bird here.
Doctor. I leave the whatever building we're in.
All right, so he kind of resumes his thoroughly unimpressed pose as you guys leave.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So we clearly got some kind of like textile mafia situation going on here. Got little kids stealing all the clothes from the vendors, pickpocketing all the people to buy all the counterfeit clothes, and stealing boxes of clothes from the dock. Where are they taking all these clothes? It seems like someone's just collecting clothes. Someone's just scooping up all the clothes. Like, who the fuck wants all those clothes?
I think we need to see if we can get our kids involved in this.
Yes,
just to kind
agreed.
of just
Figure
to
out where they're going with all the damn clothes.
just to get an idea of where it's going exactly. Yeah.
Sounds
Gotta
good.
follow the clothes. All right, let's go home because I gotta dump. We got too much gold on us to be sitting out here in the dock board. Like, let's go home back to our estate as the distinguished landowners that we are. We can offload our gold or whatever.
So I look at Ursus with my monocle to try and figure out how much gold he's carrying on him currently.
Oh, don't even. I like sort of like cross my arms across my body like I'm trying to hide.
Oh, that's not a kid. Sorry.
I know, it's easy to get me confused. I might buy new clothes soon.
Oh, who's this guy?
Yeah, so you walk up into the bar and you notice that somebody's already sitting there. It's your old friend Tally.
Tally!
Right,
What's up,
Tally.
man?
I know Tally.
Yeah, you do. He's your friend.
I
Bodhin's friends with him.
lean into Tally and I'm like, "How's that secret project that we talked about coming along?"
And he looks at you. He leans in. He's like, "It's finished. You got the gold."
Yeah, but I'm gonna go see it.
Okay.
Is it good?
All right, let's go. And he's just like, guys, I'll be right back. And he follows you upstairs.
And we're all like, what? Where's he
What's going on?
going?
I watch as he goes upstairs with specifically only Ursus.
It's Ursus.
Ursus.
It's yours.
So when he brings you there, he shows you the section that he has made.
I'm walking up
and
with them.
And it looks a little bit like it belongs with like in the molding of the wall. You can tell that there's something there, and there's a little coiled rope right next to where the crease in the wall is, and it's stuck in with a piece of a piece of wood, just a piece of wood that's been hammered on. And so he kind of shows you how it works. He pushes it outward, and then he throws the rope down, and then he pulls the rope back up, spools it around the knot, and then he grabs a little unseen handle on the underside of the window, and he pulls it closed. And he's just like, "That's what you wanted, right?"
I'm like, that'll work, dude. That'll work. So I'll go ahead and pay him the 16 gold that we agreed on.
Okay. And then he's like, "Should we go back downstairs?"
And I say, you can take the stairs, and I exit through my window exit and down the road.
And he walks back into the bar a little bit after Ursus does.
Through the same entrance?
Yeah, they both come through the same entrance.
Okay. That doesn't seem strange to me.
And I'm like, what's up, boys?
I found myself in the basement, so I'm not there.
In my bedroom?
Yeah, he walked down there.
Excuse me?
Walking back up. Okay,
It's okay. I don't have anything private down there.
back up.
There's nothing under my mattress.
And Tally walks in, and he's just like, "So, what's up, guys?"
What is up?
Yeah, what's going on?
Oh, I was just dropping by to see if you guys wanted me to do the furniture. I mean, we never really agreed on the deal, so I just wanted to see if you guys wanted me to do it. I also can do a sign for you guys if you want. I mean, I don't know if you've seen my sign, but it's pretty dope. So, have you decided what you're gonna call the place? I could stencil it up on a sign.
Ursus Pub.
We have not decided on the branding at the moment, but
But it's not Ursus Pub.
It is
No,
not
clearly
what he
I'm
says.
like a symbol of the city. You know what I mean? Salt of the earth.
I'll tell you what, Ursus. If we could name it Ursus Pub, if you pay us each 100 gold pieces.
Your name would go down in history.
No,
true.
I can't.
As you
don't
guys
have
are talking about that, the trap door to the basement opens, and a fish flies out and flops onto the floor over here, and all the cats run over to it.
I'm like, oh, nice dinner time for the little guys.
How about the half haunted tavern?
Half Haunted Tavern. It's not bad. I do like it.
Anyway, we have a couple
Poltergeist Pub.
Do we really want to play up the ghost thing? Like, is that the branding we're looking for here? Is that our target audience?
I think it is. You got to have a gimmick. You got to have a thing that sets you apart. You know, you got the yawning portal, literally named after the giant hole in the middle of it.
It's just a big hole, you know. But,
How about Leaf's place or something? Why don't we name it after Leaf?
yeah, but like a leaf is like a thing that falls from a tree.
It's spelled different.
It's even more confusing. Either way, we have a couple branding strategy meetings to hold. But you do a good job of bringing this to our forefront. I forget your name, but you are our kindly neighbor.
Tally.
Yeah, Tally's my name. I mean, it's not my full name, but nobody can really pronounce my full name.
No one cares.
Talasolvanar is my full name, and then Fellbranch, of course. That's easy.
Well, that's a sweet name.
So, yeah, so we have not decided on a name yet, but I do feel pretty certain that we are going to move forward with a partnership with you. If you can give us just a bit more time to maybe iron out a name, then we can absolutely discuss a deal on furniture and or a sign.
Tally, let me ask you a question. How did you get in here?
What do you mean? I just walked through the front door.
You were here when we got here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Just walked
We
in.
didn't lock up.
So-
Was I not supposed to walk through the front door? I mean, there's kids running around through here.
Yeah, there's. I mean,
Hey, I'm sure it's all fair game. I was just asking.
we haven't locked the doors yet, Cock. But to be fair, and I just kind of like look around. I'm like, there isn't much to lock up just yet.
Not yet. Not yet, for sure.
Well, I was kind of thinking that, I said I'd do it for 50 gold. I'll throw the sign in for free once you figure out the name if you want me to do it.
What else? What's your work for 50 gold again?
Furniture.
All the tables, chairs, beds, basically the furnishing inside.
Tally, you're a good guy. I think we'll have a very fruitful business partnership and friendship collectively going forward. Suffice to say, you can consider that deal in your books. Put it in your books because you will get it from us once we're ready for it, for sure.
Great. I'll start on it. I'll start on the chairs right now.